All right, 5 times. Wow, a 5-timer. Christian Yelich 5 times. You knew because I remember we were in Cleveland for the All-Star game, and then there's some chick came up and she was like, "Oh my God, Jared, blah blah blah," and I was like, "You know that like Christian Yelich is right there." She's like, "I know, like he's been on a lot," and I was like, "Christian, how many times you been on?" You were like, 4. Threw up the 4. Now you're a 5-timer. This is
well, yeah. So I'm trying to remember all of them. It's either 3. It's either 4 or 5.
This is number 5.
All right, then 5.
This is number 5.
We'll call it 5.
Because I mean, I don't know how many you've done solo. Because you did do one. You did one with Shaw.
Yeah.
You did one with Shaw and Thames. I think you've done like 2, 3 solo. Maybe.
That's why I'm telling you. I think it might be 4.
It's definitely 5.
4.
It's definitely 5 with you, but I don't know how. This might be 3 solo.
It's 4 or 5. We'll go with that.
So we're here. This is my first time in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
And you've been hyping this place up for a long time. I would say that, I mean, for even like talking to you and having it be like hyped up, I think it exceeded my expectations.
I told you this place is pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
It's a special place for baseball, and especially this time of the year when our team's in it, and the crowd's really showing up and getting into it every night.
Yeah. I mean, like this is. I mean, I was looking out here because you kind of, I was asking you your strategy in BP. Like, are you one of those guys that like sprays the ball and like works on different type of stuff? But you're just like, nah, like I just try to hit homers.
The right kind of homers. There's a right way to do it.
What's the right way?
You just want to try and backspin. Like, you don't want to hook them or topspin stuff. I got that from Ichiro. Ichiro would hit pull side homers like every swing in batting practice, and I always asked him like why he did it. And first he told me because I like it, and then he came up to me like, a couple minutes later and was like, no, if I hit it the right way and it's backspun, that's what he thought his best swing was. And it makes a lot of sense. If you pull the ball the right way and it's backspun, it's not hooking, it's staying true, then I think that's a pretty clean swing. And it's just something I feel comfortable with. It's not for everybody by any means, but it's just what I do.
Remember when everyone was like, if Ichiro wanted to hit more home runs, he could? Do you believe that?
Oh, yeah.
Why
sure.
wouldn't you then? I don't get that.
I don't know. You'd have to ask him. I mean, I think just from playing with him, I think he really liked just getting hits and getting on base. And
right.
He'd pick his spots for sure where he would try and, clip somebody. But,
yeah.
If like the home run derby and stuff, I think he would have dominated that if he ever did it. I know a lot of people have said that, but I would just see it. I saw it every day, and it really was every swing he could hit a homer if he really wanted to.
So you were supposed to do the home run derby this year. Well,
yeah.
You would have had Vladdy, right, in the first round?
Yeah.
How do you think that would have went?
I think it would have been pretty close. I really do. I mean, I know he hit 29 and put on a show and all that, but I really do think I would have given him a run for his money. But that was fun to watch. It was seeing it in person. I definitely wouldn't have been hitting him as far as he was. Like
right.
Those are some absolute bombs he was hitting, but I really think it would have been close.
Next year is what, Dodger Stadium?
Yeah.
You're going to do it next year?
If it all works out, I'd like to.
Yeah.
If they'll have me and if I'm healthy enough to do it and in a spot, like why not? I'm not one of those guys who shies away from the home run derby or doesn't want to do it. So if I am capable of doing it, body and everything cooperates, then it'd be pretty cool to do a home run derby in the stadium that I grew up going to baseball games.
That is true.
Yeah.
That and it kind of
maybe it'll all work out. We'll see. Maybe it was kind of meant to be that way. Because if I did it this year, then I probably wouldn't have done it next year.
Right. What if you won? Would you have defended your crown?
That'd probably be like one of the only ways I would have really done it.
Because also like Dodger Stadium is kind of just as friendly to lefties as it is to righties. So I mean,
that one's gonna be show though. Like I think everyone's gonna want to do that one. Just 'cause it's LA, it's Dodger Stadium. It's gonna be like a Hollywood red carpet event and those Lexus seats behind the plate.
How awkward was that red carpet for the All-Star game this year?
It wasn't that bad.
Really?
Mine was pretty structured though. Like I had places I had to be. And like talk to Harold and Craig and all them. I've known those guys for a while, so mine was easy. It was just like, hey, we're doing this interview, and then so and so. Then you just like they keep you rolling pretty good. There's things you got to get to.
It just looked like a bunch of guys got rolled out on the red carpet, and they were like, I don't know where the fuck to go. Like I don't know where I'm supposed to be going right now. Who was like one dude like that you got to talk to at the All-Star game that you never got to like pick their brain?
Trying to think. You just know a lot of those guys from playing against them.
Yeah.
So even if you haven't actually had a chance to like really sit down and talk to them, you've still talked to them
right.
a bunch. Trying to think. I mean, I guess like you got to know Pete a little bit just because he was a rookie. And this is his first time
He just seemed like a kid.
Yeah, he's a kid. Man. He's a great guy. He just loves hitting homers.
Yeah.
And how can you not love that? I mean, this guy just loves hitting homers. He loved winning the show home run derby.
Yeah.
And it was really cool to get to know him. He's about the right things, and he's great for the game.
The Roxanne walk up.
Yeah.
Talk to me how that happened. Like, was that something that, like, how did that process begin? Like, for those who don't know, what did she? It was because you did the body mag.
The body issue.
Yeah, so you did the body issue, and then she was saying how, like, it was like a bad look or something.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I knew before
did you meet
I even
this Roxanne?
No, I don't know who she is, but so before I did the thing, I knew people weren't gonna like it. Like, before
Why?
you do something, it's just how it works. Like, there's gonna be people who like it, people who don't like it, but when I did it, I didn't really care. Like, I know, like, I did it because I wanted to do it.
It's not like a Kim Kardashian thing where you're just, like, putting on Instagram, like, your own nudes that, like, you took in the bathroom. Like, the body issue is something that comes out every single year.
Right. And everyone who does it, you face the same criticism every year.
Yeah.
How it is. Like, especially just being in pro sports, people are just always going to have a problem with you no matter what.
Right.
They're going to find something about you they don't like.
Yeah.
And I just don't care. Like, hey, if you like me, great. If you don't, great. But, like, I wanted to do that because I thought it was a really cool opportunity. Something I never thought I would get to do, something I've never done before, and I was like, I'm gonna do this. And
how did that come together though? Like, did you say that you wanted to do it, or they came to you and asked you if you're interested? Or
yeah, I mean, it took a while for it to actually, like, materialize into, all right, you can do this if you want. And actually, I said I took a few days to, like, think about it. It wasn't like, hey, you can do this if you want. I was like, okay, cool. It took a while, and then I finally just did it, and to be honest with you, I had a ton of fun. Like, it was awesome.
I don't know if I could do something like that.
Well, that's what I was always in that same boat because I played with Stanton when he did it. I was like, dude, there's no way I'd ever be able to do that. Fast forward a few years, and here I am going down a slip and slide butt naked.
How many people are in the room, like, when you're taking those pictures?
20, 25, probably.
And you're just, like, dick out walking.
Yeah, the whole time for 4 hours. Yeah,
insane.
For 4 hours. And
I could never. I don't know.
Whatever. Hey, I mean, you gotta be confident, man. You know?
I'm just not. Like, I don't think I would ever be in a position where I would be like. I would say, like, I'm in pretty tough shape right now, but I would say around, like, 2014 I was in prime shape. Even then, I don't think I would.
And so that's the thing too, is, like, that was middle of the season. I didn't really have a chance to prepare for it.
Because you said you didn't work out during the season, right?
Yeah, not really.
That's fucking crazy.
I do certain things, but not, like, if I knew I was going to be doing that, and I had the off season to do it, then I would have been able to, prepare a little bit better. But during the season, it's all about just, like, winning, and you don't want to do something that's going to get you hurt out there,
right?
Just for a
shoot.
For a naked magazine shoot. So, so she ended up having a problem with it, I guess. Now we're back to the original story, but I guess she just didn't like the fact that I would pose naked for whatever reason, and I understand it. Like, it's not like I don't understand.
What is there to? I mean, like, I don't understand it.
Yeah, you're right. I don't understand it. But
like, it's just it is what it is. If like I said, if it was like a leaked picture or you were doing it on your own,
it's more than just posing naked. There's, like, a better message behind the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I realized that when I was actually doing the shoot. It's just like athletes, it's like not everybody is 6'6" and jacked. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not how athletes are. And you flip through that magazine and you can see there's all different, heights, shapes, sizes.
Right.
Like, it's just about embracing yourself as an athlete and what you are, and that message is translated to the general public as far as just be comfortable with who you are and what you do. And that's kind of when and I didn't really think what I said to her was going to go viral. Like, she was just getting on me, and I really just said, hey, like, relax. Like, it's going to be fine.
I mean, now everything that you tweet goes viral. Like, I feel like you're like selective about what you tweet and when you tweet now. So, like, when you do speak up, I feel like most of your tweets do big numbers now.
Yeah, I don't really tweet much. So I guess when I do tweet, like, I don't know. Before I tweet, it's always like, does everybody really need to know this? Like, I don't ever tweet, like, going to breakfast or had a great night. Like, I don't ever tweet
great
like
win
that.
For the crew. See you at the field tomorrow.
Right, I don't ever do that. So, I'm not really post a ton of things on social media.
Right. So you
just how it worked out.
You sent out the tweet, relax, to Roxanne, and then you walk out to that song the next night. Was that you going to the DJ, or the DJ just took that?
No, I told him to do that, but yeah, I forgot who brought it. It was like I can't solely say it was my idea. Like, I kind of thought of it, but then ran it by a few guys, and they're like, "Yeah, well, just do it." And they wanted me to do it the whole game, but I was like, "Nah, I'll just do it one time." And then, that's a wrap. And then, we got a good laugh out of it. Everybody seemed to enjoy it, and it's one of those fun things throughout the year. It's such a long season. Man. Hey, let's have fun, man. You're in a playoff race. Get everybody relaxed a little bit. And
you're having an MVP season.
Yeah, well, it was.
No, you are. Like, did you know that you sat out for 10 days and then took the lead in the batting title?
Not really. I mean, I haven't been.
That happened.
Following it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
you moved into first place for the batting title while you were sitting up.
Yeah, but you can't really. And you just are. It is what it is. You can't help your case or hurt your case. And, so it's your face kind of it's out of your hands.
Yeah.
You're just kind of chilling. And
I think the other thing about you too, because I knew you from when you were with the Marlins, is that you're just the same dude. And I said this to Moose. I was like, I don't think he knows he's good, but I don't think he knows how good he is. Why is that? What is it about you that, you could go out, win an MVP, follow it up with another season that's definitely worthy of a back-to-back MVP, and you're just same laid-back guy you've always been?
I don't know.
Is that the Cali in you?
Yeah, probably. That's kind of how I've always been. I don't know. No one likes anyone who's arrogant or cocky.
Yeah.
That's
just not you, though.
Not outwardly.
Yeah.
I have definitely believe in myself and my abilities and
For sure.
what I can do. And I'll pop off to Moose or somebody every now and then. I'll say things to him that I would never say on camera in the media or let anybody know of. But it's in there.
Mm-hmm.
But it's because baseball is such a humbling game, man. It doesn't matter how good you are or what kind of years you have. It's gonna knock you on your ass at some point during the season. It's just you're gonna suck for a while, or it'll find a way to humble you. And that's why it's different than other sports. You can't be as boisterous or as cocky or as outgoing because you're just going to struggle.
Yeah.
And I'm always on, I don't ever let myself relax or let myself think that I've got it figured out or I'm going to just keep doing this because I'm going to keep doing this. You have to have that drive and that edge, and you can't let yourself become complacent. And that's just how I've always looked at it. And at the end of the year, I look up and all right, this is what I did. But while I'm going through it, I don't ever think about oh, this is I'm doing it right now.
Right.
I don't even look at it. I couldn't tell you what during the season, most of the time I won't be able to tell you any of my stats. I might be able to tell you homers or something.
I was rattling off some of your stats the other day, and you didn't even know what half of them meant.
Right. I don't know. Now that it's all said and done, mine are going to be what they are now for the rest of the years. I'm not going to play again, but during it, I guess the day I got hurt, if you asked me what my stats were, I wouldn't have been able to tell you what I was hitting or anything like that.
Yeah, how difficult is that? When you're walking up to the plate and your stats are right in front of you on the big board, you don't look up at that ever?
I'll go out of my way to not look at the scoreboard. And that's why I like here, because they don't show your batting average or anything here. It's all your OPS.
Yeah. Which is probably better anyway.
Yeah, but you look at your OPS, and that doesn't you can see your OPS, but it doesn't tell you anything else.
Right.
You don't know what your on base percentage is. You don't know what you're slugging. You know that they're combined up there, but you don't know what the exact numbers are.
Right.
And I hate it when I see if I accidentally see what I'm hitting or something, I get pissed. I don't want to see it.
It usually looks pretty good, so I don't know what you would
but
be
I just don't want to see it because it just takes your focus and concentration away from what it needs to be on. Even subconsciously, you just don't want to know. For whatever reason, that's just how I've always been, and it's just a detractor because you just doesn't. Okay, cool. I'm hitting 330 in June, whatever.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you're going to be hitting 330 at the end of September.
Right. You're a guy that cares a lot though, because we were talking to Murph yesterday, and he's there's some guys that it helps them to just not give a shit. And I brought up Manny as an example. I was like, Manny he's just floating along, and he was one of the best hitters of all time. You care a lot. Do you think that helps you more or sometimes hurts you more?
I don't know, depending on the time.
I talked to him about the Garrett Cole at bat. I was like, I've never seen Yelich overmatched before, and then I saw him go up against Garrett Cole, and it was just 97, 98, 99, up and in on you, out of the strike zone, overmatched. Like, do you take that into the next at bat, or can you just watch that and come up the next time and be like, now I'm going to get him next time?
I wouldn't say overmatched ever.
I would say
maybe chased or expanded.
It was,
he's
Garrett
got
Cole, 300 strikeouts.
Yeah, he's got incredible stuff.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
But no, I get pissed all the time. Like there's a side of me that really nobody really knows about.
Yeah.
Like the competitive side, and they see this like easygoing, like happy-go-lucky.
Right.
This side.
Mellow dude.
Yeah, and then when the game turns on, like, and that starts, there's a whole different.
Yeah.
There's a whole different side in there, and like, you can even ask Moose. Like Moose will tell you about it too. Like it's not the same. And yeah, he just. I don't know. I'm confident in like what I can do on a baseball field and like know my abilities. So if I'm doing things that hinder that, like I think I just get in my own. Like I get mad at myself when I don't do what I'm supposed to do. Like I'll do something stupid. I'm like, why'd you do that? That's when I get mad.
Right.
Like, I don't get mad if I strike out. Like, that's gonna happen. But
yeah,
when I do something stupid and I know it's stupid, and that's when I'll get like mad at myself.
I asked Moose, I was like, what's your favorite Yelich story? And he was like, he came out of the cage one day and he was like, I'm getting no hits today. Like it was horrible in the cage. And that was the day that you hit for the cycle.
Yeah, that happened. But it was really bad. If you watched that, you would have thought the exact same thing. Everybody that was in there was like, yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, oh no, dude, you're doing good. It was.
How often does that actually translate though? If you have like, like a bad day in the cage, you have like a bad day like during BP, how often does that actually translate to the game? Because I know that like some pitchers will be like, I normally have shitty bullpens, and then like those are when I have like my best starts.
Yeah, it's hit or miss. Like it's something. At the end of the day, it doesn't really mean anything. Like, you take a great batting practice, you just mangled one.
Right.
It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
And like no matter what, even if I have a terrible batting practice, I will think that I found it, but before the game starts, like in my head, I'm like, all right, I got this again. Like I found it. I could be completely wrong. Like there's some games I have up there, and I'm like, you're an absolute zoo. Like, this is a disaster right now, and it might look exactly the same to someone who's watching the game, and I'm just like, this is not it. Like hopefully I walk or something. Like that. Hopefully they don't know I feel terrible, and I'll get a couple walks or something.
Mm-hmm. We got to talk about the injury.
Yeah.
First of all, ESPN. Be better.
Yeah.
Be better, ESPN. What was that? That was absolute trash. There's no pity party.
No, dude. I mean, I felt terrible that my season was over, that I don't get to help these guys in playoff push. And like so many people work so hard, not just like myself, but like the whole team works hard to be in a position that we are right now.
Mm-hmm.
And to their credit, they've done amazing. Like, these guys have played out of their minds and
13 out of
really just stepped
15.
up. And I've been on an incredible run. And that's just a credit to the talent of the guys that we have in the room, and like just hey, like we're gonna be fine and next man up type deal. But yeah, dude, I mean, who wouldn't be bummed that that's how you end your season right there, is just like that on something you've done a lot of times. And the night it happened, I was pretty pissed off and upset. But then once I found out like what the deal was, like what the exact diagnosis and what we had going on, it was all about just getting better and trying to be around these guys and support them any way you can, and hope they make a playoff push. And for them to go with like that headline and use it at that was like, I get it. Like it's how that's how athletes are treated. You say a phrase or something that it's going to get people's attention and get clicks, and that's usually what happens to you. But I just didn't like it because like out of everything, it was probably a 15-minute media session, and out of all the things that are said, that's the one they pick. But hey, it is what it is. It's not going to be the last time it happens. It's just like I just didn't want people to think like I was just self-centered and focusing on myself, because it just wasn't like that. And like I felt like that's how it was being portrayed, as far as like the headline is pity party and first time ever injured. Like I was like, all right, that's not exactly how this went down.
Yeah. One of the most badass things, though, is that you somehow walked off the field after that went down. So, like, tell me, because, I I've heard the story, but I think it's absolutely insane. So, you foul the ball off your knee, and then what happens physically to you? Like, obviously, there's the fracture in the knee, but like physically, like what happened? Like, what were you feeling?
Yeah, well, I took my breath. Like, I couldn't breathe. I was taking deep breaths. Like, it was hard to like catch my breath after it. Like, it hurt so bad, and then my face and the arms and hands and everything like went numb and started tingling. Like, you took like a pre-workout and then some. Like, it was like it was. I hadn't felt anything like it before, so that's kind of when it scared me a little bit. Like, something might actually be wrong, because you foul balls off yourself all the time, and like they hurt. And I fouled balls off my knee and stuff before, and like it hurts for sure. But this was just like a different level of like pain, and I don't ever like to just sit there on a baseball field and just not get up. Like, usually I'm going to get up, and like this time I was like, dude, like I need a second. Like, I need to get up, but I can't. Like, I need to chill here for a little while, and then once I got up and started standing on it, like it hurt. I felt like I couldn't really. The only reason I came out of the game was because like I felt like I wasn't real stable on it. I was like, if I go to swing right here, like I don't know if I'm just gonna fall down in the batter's box. So I was like, I just need a second, and I don't really ever come out of the game for just a foul ball. But this one was like, dude, this is hurting. And I got up, got on it. I was like, all right, I can stand. Like, I'm cool. And then I just walked and walk down the steps. And then I needed help to get up them, but I don't know why I was able to do that. I don't know if it was just like the shock or just being so pissed off the fact that I just hit a foul ball off yourself and you're coming out of the game. But I didn't think it was going to be broken. Like, I just thought it was a really bad foul ball that hurt pretty bad. And I don't recommend it. I wouldn't suggest that you do that because it definitely doesn't feel good. But I was a little surprised when the X-rays came back and said it was a fracture. But
that's what I was gonna say. Like, walking down the steps, you're not thinking like, shit, my season's over. Like,
most likely not. I mean, and then especially once we did tests and stuff, I was like, all right, I think I'm gonna be good. Like, once the initial pain of the foul ball wore off, I was like, all right, I'm doing better. Like, it hasn't really.
Like, you wanted to be like, before the X-ray results came back, you were talking about being in the lineup the next day.
Seeing if I could. I was like, maybe not. But like, I definitely didn't think. When I was actually going to the X-ray room, I didn't think it was going to be broken. I mean, it hurt for sure, but I thought it was gonna be cool. Just like, I didn't know what breaking a bone felt like because I haven't done it before. But it was. Now that I think back on it, it's definitely different, and it was weird and out of the norm for what a foul ball off your leg usually feels like.
Right.
It sucks, but it's what it is. Happens.
I mean, it does happen. I mean, like, I think you've had a pretty good attitude about it. Like, I think.
You can't do anything about it now.
It's out of your control. Like, shit happens. I mean, it sucks that it would have happened in September, like right before like a run. But it's like you have essentially a full season in the books, which could be like a back-to-back MVP type season. We've already shut up. This is statistically we've already discussed this. What's the date right now? It is September 22nd. And I said if the season ended today that you would be the National League MVP once again. We'll see how that plays out. But the numbers would say that you would be the MVP again. What memories would you look back on for this campaign? Like, were there coming into this year? Because I know that, I think, when was it? 2017, you might have came in, or no, it was the beginning of 18 when you had the oblique. Right? You were on the IL with the oblique, and you were talking about like getting acclimated to Milwaukee, and like when if you're on like a little bit of a cold streak and people are booing you, it's like, dude, like we're trying to get hits out here. Like that Christian Yelich at the beginning of 2018, he didn't know what was coming in 2018. After one MVP season, going into 19, did you have any doubts that you could duplicate what you did the year before? Was there anything like, oh shit, like I hope that's not like a a spike year, I hope or is it like I found something, let's do it again?
There were some changes, and I believe that they were real, and I felt like I was going to be able to repeat them, and I felt confident in it for sure. I didn't think this was just like a little bit of a hot streak and rode it out for an extended period of time. I really believe that the things that they weren't major adjustments by any means, but it just the adjustments that I made, I felt confident that I was going to be able to keep them. And honestly, it was a big motivating factor coming into the season as far as, can you do it again?
Yeah.
You just got lucky. You're going to go back to being the guy that you were when you played in Miami. It's the ballpark you play in. That goes back to the side that I was talking to you about of, like, I'll never let anybody know that I know those things or that it pisses me off or that I use it to drive me. But it does, and it did. And it was just one of those things where I felt confident that I could do it over a full season. And so many things have to go. Things have to kind of go well for you to do that. Like, you have to stay healthy.
Right.
Things have to go right, and to be able to back it up and do that, it was a good feeling, and you wanted to help your team, and you wanted to show people that this wasn't just a fluke thing.
Mm-hmm.
It was a big motivating factor going into the year.
Do you feel validated in that now, like looking back on your 2019, being like, 2018 wasn't a fluke, like look at what I just did in 2019?
Yeah, I guess. Really though, at the end of the day, like, I care about only a few things. I care about what my family thinks. I care about what my teammates think.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
Good
for you.
If
a lot of guys can't say that.
And what people say doesn't really. If people say you're great, it doesn't really mean anything. If they say you suck, it doesn't really mean anything. You have to go do it on the field. Just because people talk about it, at the end of the day, if you really think about it, it doesn't mean anything.
Right.
And not only for personal goals, but for team goals. And it's what we talked about in spring training. Just because people say we're going to be good, we're going to get back to the playoffs, doesn't mean we are. Or if they say we suck and we're not going to be able to repeat what we did last year, doesn't mean we can't. It's just you have to go play the games. You have to do it. So it goes for individuals and teams. It's like all the hype's great, all the talk's great, sweet. It comes along with the territory of playing professional baseball. But at the end of the day, you actually have to go out there and do it.
We were talking earlier about the attendance in Milwaukee this year. They're going to hit 2.9, like just come up shy of 3 million. 3 million is usually the mark that most teams really shoot for in terms of ticket sales. How cool is it to know that, like, you're one of the biggest reasons why they're going to close in on 3 million?
A lot to do with the team too.
Like the Brewers are winning, but people pay. There's certain guys in the league that you pay money to see, and like you're one of them. Like, how does that feel?
It's cool. I never really would look at it like that or ever like step back and think about that, just because I think you're so consumed in just the daily grind.
Sure.
I'm aware of everything that goes on. Like, I'm not like oblivious. Like, I'm so naive to that fact. I get it for sure, but I didn't really take a step back. I didn't realize how cool this place. I always really appreciated Milwaukee and all that, and I didn't know like how awesome the fan base really was till I got hurt. And saw the support, and it makes you feel good, and it's an unbelievable place to play. I love it here, and the fans are amazing. And
that is cool, because there are certain athletes where it's like, no, I love the fans and I love the city, and it's all like lip service. Like, you genuinely love Milwaukee. Like, I
really do.
You've been talking this place up to me for like a year now,
Yeah.
And I came out here, and like I said, it's exceeded the hype because
it's just different. Like, I don't know how to really describe it, but
like the thing that you were talking about with like the Packers. Like,
sports. They just love sports here. It's a great sports city. And I've always appreciated that.
Yeah.
But it's so hard when you're in the middle of the grind and you're in the middle of the game. You don't ever have a chance to like step back and observe it. And since I've been hurt and I just watch the games now and don't really have any impact on them, it's like I get to step back and really appreciate like how great the fan base is and how much they care. And I got to see that from the support from when I got hurt. It's like, I really appreciated all the well wishes and all the love that they showed.
So you obviously didn't go back to California, or you're sticking around with the team. You're getting treatment still here in Milwaukee. You're not traveling with the team. But how was that your choice? Like, how important was it for you to want to stay around the guys, as they sort of finish up?
It was never an option to leave. They never even gave me that choice, but I wouldn't have done it anyway. It's like I'm going to get a pretty good base and should get this thing pretty squared away by the time we wrap up, and then it'll all just be about getting my strength back as far as it's not. Yeah, I'll be fine by hopefully Halloweenish.
Yeah.
The only reason I'm not playing is I just ran out of time, basically. But yeah, it'll be pretty much good to go by then. And that's what our whole goal was just to try and knock out as much of this, lay as good of a base, and get it squared away as much as we could before our season wraps up, whenever that is. And that's why I wanted to stick around and obviously be around the guys and see this thing through and just be there with them. It's such a great clubhouse that we have that I would never want to just isolate myself or just not be a part of it because of injury.
Right. Do you have anything you want to say to KFC's mom?
I'm going to send you home with a gift.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll send you home with a gift.
All right, can't wait.
We got a little something.
So usually, I mean, like, when we have a guest on, we ask, like, if you could go back in time to witness any moment in baseball history, what would it be? We've never had someone on 5 times, so I don't know what the question is for 5 times, so I'm just going to have to, like, make something up.
Yeah, I think we've already went down that road.
Yeah, I mean, we
might not even have to do it. We could just,
all right, you know what? If you're on 5 times, the question that we're going to ask to all of our 5-time guests is, what is your go-to karaoke song?
Oh, I don't even know the last time I've done karaoke.
Like,
probably when I was like, I guess.
If you wanted to put on a show, like what?
I wanted to put on a show.
Yeah.
Huh. What did I sing for? I'm trying to remember. Like, I think the last time I did karaoke was when you're a rookie and they make you do it like on the bus, and they make you sing your song. But I don't even remember what I sang on there.
It's definitely like a boy band.
I know I definitely got booed off. I got booed off the mic for sure. So karaoke is not my strong suit.
Yeah.
But the thing that I've learned with this is you've got to pick a song that everybody's going to sing along with because they can carry you. Right. That's the key. So it doesn't really matter what you like.
Oh, it's My Heart Will Go On then.
Yeah, sure. You can go with that one. You can go with Friends in Low Places. Everyone chooses that one, though. So it's kind of – that one's not really original. But that's the key. You got to find something that everybody knows, everybody wants to sing along with. And then it gets you off the hook because then you don't end up singing anyway. Everybody else does. And you kind of just become the hype man. And you're hyping up the crowd.
Right.
And all the guys that do that as rookies, they end up killing it. Mm-hmm. The guy that tries to, you better be able to really sing, which there's not too many baseball players that can really sing. So, yeah, I'd go with something like that.
I think my sign-off when I had you on in September of 2018 was thank you to the soon-to-be National League MVP. So I'm going to go with that again. Thank you to Christian Yelich, the soon-to-be back-to-back National League MVP.
We'll see, buddy. We'll see.